from the prestigious University of Malaya and has dedicated years to shaping the future of education through her work in curriculum development. Starting as a secondary school teacher, she now works with Ministry of Education Malaysia, guiding educational program for young learners nationwide. In addition, Dr. Siew also serving as the secretary for the Association of Professionals in Curriculum and Educational Instruction Malaysia. Today, Dr. Siew will be sharing her expertise on the topic optimizing child performance, integrating social-emotional skills into character development. This topic is crucial as social-emotional learning and character development are key components of 21st century education. They also integral part of our program 5 components designed to enhance students' performance and development. By focusing on these elements, we aim to support not just academic achievement, but also the overall growth and well-being of our students. Dear MRCs, let's give a warm welcome to Dr. Siew.
Good morning, Dr. Lim, Dr. Go, and our friends over here, and our teachers. Very nice to see you again today. Thank you very much, our two very nice and sweet MC over here. I will say congratulations to them. They speak very well English and prepare well. Before I continue, I think last year we have met here, some of us, right? So this year I come again today to Genting over here. So actually, Dr. Lim, when Kiko called me, she asked me whether we would like to share take over this session to share with our teachers over here. First of all, in my mind, yes, you know why? Friends over here, you know why? Not because of Genting. I don't like to drive to Genting. I never. Last night is the first time I drove to Genting. First time. Because I don't really like to drive, But I choose to come here. Earlier I thought I would take Grab over here, but I couldn't get it after work, 6 o'clock last night. But I think it worth it because I like the spirit of the teachers over here. When I heard again, 20 years service in MRC is not easy. 20 years staying in the same organization is not that easy, right? I love your spirit and your passion in education. That's why we are here today. Yeah. MRC already set a very good mood for the social well-being, I guess. Taking very well of the well-being of the teachers here so that you all stay very well and stay calmly in this organization. Yeah. Very congratulations, Dr. Lim, for the effort for the organization. Yeah. Okay. Today, actually, I would like to share with you about the social-emotional learning, how we can integrate the social-emotional skills into the character building. Yeah. So we would like to say, over here, the first slide. First of all, I'm not sure whether all of you have any paper with you or any pens with you. I guess when you come to conference, you must have pen and paper, right? So let's see this first slide. I would like you all to imagine or picture a child. Let's think about that. If you don't have paper, it's fine. Just close your eyes. Can you see the child that actually we are building in the future? Your children, your grandson, your grandchildren, or your students in your class. Can you see the children? What types of child that actually you want? Put in the paper. Maybe we get somebody to share. How does the child make you feel? The kinds of children, how would they make you feel about? The next one will be, what does this child represent to you? Okay, we count to 10 and then you share with us actually what do you have that in your mind. Okay, anybody voluntarily? I know our teachers are very active over here. Anyone want to share? What this child actually means to you, and what kinds of image actually you want them to have. Put up your hands. Allah, janganlah malu.
Can you repeat the question? A child is a good effort for us. They can make us to build some good attitude.
Good attitude, okay. Do you want to pass to your friend? Do you want to pass to your friend? Thank you so much.
Tana.
Tana, teacher Tana, thank you. Who wants to share? Just now, teacher Tana was saying that a child
Can we teach us to make a good attitude?
Child that she imagined. Anyone? Any teachers want to share? Hello? No answer, no lunch, yeah? Okay, please. I'm asking that actually, what kinds of child that actually we expect? Your children, your grandchildren, for the young one, your children, for the over 20 years, 30 years, we might foresee our grandchildren, or we still don't have. How about our students? Yes.
The child loves drawing and art and craft.
Love drawing. The child who is creative. Thank you. Okay, when I ask this question, actually I would like you all to think about, all of us think about, if we perceive or we foresee the education that we would like to give to our children, actually we are imagining what is the future of our children. Okay? So, this is our future. This is our vision for our child. Okay? So for your information, our national education philosophy already tells us the future children must look like something. Something anybody can share with me. Do you know how does our national education philosophy imagine our child? Sorry, okay? Confident child in our national education talk about confident child. What else? Anybody knows about national education philosophy? Falsafah pendidikan negara kebangsaan. Nobody know. Ayo. Next time, every year have to, every school have to let, okay, come, teachers.
I'm not sure about the philosophy, but I know we see children as the future leaders.
Future leaders. What else? Yes.
I guess holistic child, well-balanced child.
Holistic child, well-balanced child. Teachers, your name please?
Young. Trigil Penang Sungai Limpung.
Oh, Penang. Okay. Penang lang. Good. That is what actually in our national education philosophy, we talk about holistic child, integrated manner, and we talk about intellectual, spiritual, emotional, and physical balance. Well-balanced child. In bahasa Malaysia, selalu kita dengar jari, betul tak? Jari, jasmani, emosi, rohani, dan intellectual. OBN tahu, English tak tahu. 这个是national education philosophy 国家教育哲理 right? So I think as an educator we need to know about this. So this is how Malaysia education reimagine our child to be a holistic and well-balanced child. Okay, so we need to produce citizens who are knowledgeable in any way, not only study, but knowledgeable in, like you all are doing, digital, right? Competence, responsible, and well-being, and can contribute to the society. Why I introduce this to all of us over here? Actually, a philosophy is leading us to what we are actually want to shape our community, right? Whatever we do, we must have a vision. Like MRC have your own vision, right? So this is the national education philosophy where we have the vision for our future generation. Okay? So I think we all must know about philosophy education, yeah? Our national education philosophy. So in order to align to the national philosophy, actually Malaysia, the education blueprint since 2013 to 2025. This year is 2024. Next year is 2025. We are actually hope that we can produce this kind of aspiration, student aspiration. So the attribute over here, we have leadership, we have thinking skill, we have knowledge, we have bilingual proficiency, ethnic, spiritual, national identity. All these are actually, we are imagining our young generation to have all kinds of attribute. Okay? In order to get this kind of attribute, how we develop our curriculum, especially for the early childhood. Are you all very familiar with the framework? Nobody has seen this framework? Anybody have seen this framework? Like, I will give a present. Huh? Nobody? Are you sure? This is in our national curriculum, KSPK. Have you heard about KSPK? Yes. In the KSPK, there is one page about this framework. In our national preschool curriculum framework, actually, we portray the importance of personal competence, where we want to foster the leadership and personality through curricular and extracurricular. Okay, not only in the classroom setting, but in the extracurricular activity we have done, actually we are growing the child into the personal competence. This is where we want to achieve the national education philosophy. We have this kind of framework where we want to nurture our child able to communicate, to socialize, to be confident, and have a self-concept, positive self-concept. This is in the Tunjang Keterampilan. I like talking, not talking to our preschool teacher. Are you sure you all preschool teacher, or I'm talking to different people, different group? Or not warming up yet? Not warming up yet, is it? Maybe we need to have a song and for you all to jump and run and sing, right? Like a young children. Okay, never mind, I'll ask question more, yeah? Okay, so we can see actually in our curriculum or the national vision in the education, actually we are very much into self-competence. That means it's about the social emotional learning. Why is social emotional learning so important? Not too many words ya, terlalu banyak perkataan. Malas nak baca. Alamak, apa? I tak suruh baca ni. It's for your information. Later you can go back and read again the slide. But all this is all the researcher. It's not by me, but it's all the international research team. And they do the research and they find out that actually, if we set a good mood or momentum for the social and emotional learning skill, the child definitely will gain what? Will gain the skills and their competence in doing well in their academic. Then you will ask me, are you sure if their child are good or competent in social and emotional skill, they will perform well in the academic? Are you sure? Or saja-saja dia orang cakap macam ni? Okay, this is all the research they have done, and they say that. Okay, now I would like to share with you actually how the social emotional skill relate to the brain development, how they relate to the academic performance. Normally in the classroom, what do you emphasize on in your classroom normally? In your classroom, normally you will make sure your child management because last week I talked about management. Okay, good. In our class, first thing we will make sure the classroom management is well so that the child can learn, right? So the focus of our classroom, in our classroom, actually what do you expect to get? First thing come to your mind. Participation, good. What else?
Focus on teaching.
Focus on teaching. Focus on what the child want to learn.
Pay attention. Pay attention in the class.
The children must pay attention in the class. Okay, come. Good. All right. What else? If you teach in your classroom, normally what are the skills or things that you want the child to learn first? Enjoy. Good. Dr. Go, they all are very, very passionate and they get the gist for education. Nobody answer me that the child need to learn writing, reading and speaking. Yet, but we are talking about confidence. That is very good. Very good, very good. Actually, normally when we ask the teacher, what do you expect in your classroom? What do you want? They will say, oh, I must make sure my child can read. I must make sure my child can write. All these are academic come first. But in fact, in the real situation, or according to the research on neuroscientists, research and all that, we say, social, emotional skill come first before you go for the performance or academic performance. Yeah, because in the neuroscientific basis, social emotional learning, they are very much related to the brain. How many brain do you have? How many brain do we have actually? 2 brain. Okay, good. Come, Tana. Okay, what brain?
Right hand side and left hand side.
2 brain, correct. Left hand side and right hand side. Okay, what else? This one $1 million question. Who can answer? Dr. Lim will give $1 million. Monopoly one, yeah. Okay. Actually, we always say left and right hand, right? What else? Anybody interested in neuroscience? Actually, we say in front, the front brain, we always use for what? Bila kita nak cakap tu Allah ni, biasanya merujuk kepada apa? The front, thinking brain. We have one part of the brain that is using for cognitive relationship. That is the thinking brain, where we have the prefrontal, right? Then the other part, the other one, that is emotional brain in the middle, where they will produce, they will let you know, or how should I reflect. Do you watch Inside Out? Do you watch Inside Out? Yeah. It's not only the thinking, but also the emotional. So the emotional brain, that part, is very much related to the SEL, social emotional learning. Okay. So when we want the child to learn better, these 2 brains actually we need to enhance. That's why we say social emotional learning is very important before we set or before we want the child to learn. We set the social and the emotional condition in the very good platform. Set the social emotional, the good platform for the children. Okay? So, and we say social emotional learning change the brain. When you have a very good mood, when our children have a good mood and they are happy, they are confident, they will learn better, right? They will feel more enjoyable, they will feel more confidence and they would like to talk. Like right now, I didn't set a good platform because it's too far. I cannot get everyone, right? So if everybody like feeling, oh, I want to learn this morning, I'm very happy to listen to Siew to talk, then you are in a good mood and ready to learn. But because just now maybe you come up from Karat, they say religion, then when you all arrive, you're already tired and stressed, driving stress, so the mood is not there. So actually we say social emotional learning change the brain. So we have to use this kind of skill to make the brain more active and willingly to learn. And we are talking about neuroplasticity. What is neuroplasticity? We say actually it's the capacity of the brain to do some changes when we are doing the learning. Yeah. And the brain of our child are being constantly molded by experience, whether it's positive or negative. If they come to school every time, teacher will shout, sit down, don't talk, ni tak betul, itu tak betul. You think the child will be in a good mood? That is their bad experience. So when they come to school, come to school is like getting what? Getting scolded. Right? Not come to play, not come to share, not come to, like for you all, MRC, okay, you all come every year, yearly, come to the conference. What do you get? You already set the mood. I will have good dinner. We will have good performance. I got a chance to wear nicely, right? So that is the mood before you come to learn, right? So this is what we are saying. The experience, negative or positive, will be influence the learning style and also the learning way, the children, how they learn, and the effect of the learning later on, okay? So, benefit. I think I deleted the BE, benefits of SEL. Then, since we are saying that we have the thinking brain and the emotional brain, today we are talking about emotional SEL, yeah? So what is the benefit? What should I learn? What should my child be giving about the skill of SEL? Actually, they improve the student in social emotional skill, attitude. Okay, they improve the skill, how they can, collaborate or socialize with their friends. Okay, do you ever learn alone throughout your lifetime? Or do you learn through interact with your friend? Anybody never interact with your friends in your class? Nowadays, nobody like to interact with friends. They interact with handphone. You see, I walk around, so I think handphone is more attractive. Right or not? Unless I have to go in front and pulangkan my two, yeah. The second one is the benefits of SEL, it decline in student anxiety and behavior. If I were just now on the stage, I would just talk, and I don't really do eye contact with friends over here. So, will the students, like so far, who is there in front, talk so big, don't know what she talking about, or she will just pinpoint somebody to answer the question, right? So it will cause the anxiety. Same, if we are in our classroom, actually we try to teach the children about SEL so that they can reduce their stress and anxiety in the classroom. The next one is long-term improvement in the student skill, attitude, and pro-social behavior. Teachers, do you know that actually, according to the data, international data, or even though in Malaysia data, our young generation, or our children, actually they are suffering from stress. Do you agree with that? We might do not know that, right? I just, last 2 days, we have a meeting with the teachers. Especially a counselor, she told me that in her school, actually they see a lot, after the post-pandemic, a lot of cases when they receive a lot of students from their school and they do the counseling session, and they found that actually most of of the cases in their school, in her school, actually the children of who? Teachers, yeah, her own colleague. Teachers love to give stress to their own children, right? No, it's okay for your child not to perform. If compared to the other friends, oh, if I were a teacher, my children cannot be, in the last class, right? Must be in front one. No. Must perform. No. But in reality, there are a lot of these kind of cases that where we give stress and some, invisible stress for our children without knowing that, without realizing that. Yeah. So it's a long-term improvement, and the other one is reduce the cost of investment. Do you know why? If we have a big generation who are suffering from the, mentally sickness, mentally disruption, how much we need to reinvest to get all these things in position. My brother-in-law, he's in US, he's a secretary. He said, nowadays, last time when he was in the hospital, he always dealing with the patient, with the people who are like, jobless or financial problem. But nowadays, they are very much dealing with young children. Because the young kids, the young generation cannot communicate with people. They try to communicate only using gadget. And now, US is like, pushing for Mac from where? Apple. US can. They say actually in US, their government actually don't really like this kind of industry, push about digital too much. But this kind of gadget is coming into our country. So I think we have to rethink about that. Social emotional come first, or we say our children, they can do very well in the academic, as well as they can perform, tak apalah. Result bagus, keputusan bagus, dah cukup. Do not need any more, personal or social skill. Yeah. Okay. So what is social emotional learning? Social. Can anybody, without looking at that, tell me about social? We have two areas over here, social and emotional. Social, emotional. If according to Castle, social emotional learning is not new. Since 90s, in US they started to talk about that, and internationally we talk about that. In Malaysia, in our national curriculum, since 2010, we already emphasize on SEL, social emotional, but how much we have taught. Most of us only looking into academic, right? Before go to standard 1, we must make sure our children boleh menulis, membaca, right or not? Literacy and numeracy. Do anybody talk about social emotional have to be stable first before go to the standard 1? We are seldom talking about that. Because when the children go to the primary 1, normally teacher will say, hey, this kindergarten no good lah. The children cannot read, cannot write. Do they say, hey, these children from this kindergarten, they are very good because they are very confident. They can talk. Oh, cakap banyak itu pun tak bagus, right? But in our kindergarten, we say, oh, make sure they can talk confidently and all that, right? So you see that kinds of miscommunication and misconception about this. Social emotional is actually talk about two areas. One is social, the social skill, emotional skill. If you look at the Castle, they talk about self-awareness, self-management. What is self-awareness and self-management? Do you teach your children in your classroom about happy face, smiling face, angry face? Why we have to teach that? Because curriculum ada itu, so we teach. Why do we teach the children identify barriers of emotion? Why?
让孩子自我认识自己的情绪。
让孩子 子自我认识。They know their own emotion. Why they need to learn their own emotion? Why we need to let the child to learn to know or mengenal pasti emosi dia sendiri, to know their own emotion. Why? What do you think?
To let them to express their feeling. To make them they need to know their own feeling, right? So inside the classroom, if they feel anything, so they can straight away to express their feelings. So we will know what they feel. Again. So with that we can kita boleh, can I speak Malay? So kita boleh tolong mereka lah, means we can help them with their feelings, so we can advise also.
Thank you, Cikgu nama. Visa, very good. Okay, you see, we know that in our curriculum we teach the children to identify their own emotion, and they have to tell their emotion and why. This is what we actually want our teachers over here. We understand it's not to teach them smiling face. When you're angry, angry face. You know, when you're sad, then crying face. It's not only that. Why we teach them to identify that? Because we want them to know their own emotion. Sometimes we adults also, we do not know how we feel. Why we are like so stressed today? What is the cause? What is the factor? So when you know the factor, when you think, you tell people, and you can find solution, that is the final that actually we want. Same for our children. We need to teach them all this awareness, and they can manage their emotion. You know, we have a case with a child in their classroom. You know, when the children, the friends, when they started to do the artwork, the friend come and grab, you know, accidentally, not accidentally, but, you know, like take the paper, like cross there and take the paper from her, from him. He started away and showed he was using the scissors, and he showed the scissors like this to the friends. You know, this is why the child doing that. Then as a teacher, we say, hey, cannot do that. But that is not the proper way. Actually, we need to let the children know, when people take your things, you don't feel fair, or you are angry, or you are annoyed, but you need to tell. First of all, I feel I'm angry because you disturb me. So they need to identify, and they need to express. Express in a proper way, but not showing the scissors, right? That is dangerous, but showing how can tell I'm not happy. Hey, why you come and take my paper? This is mine. So that is expression, and they can, so that at the end, they can working together well with their friends. It's not because we want them to know smiling face, happy face, that's all. Yeah. So in the Castle's framework, this is called Will framework. Will. In Castle's framework, you go and Google. Castle is a big foundation about social emotional learning. So they talk about self-awareness, aware about their emotion, one thing. The other part is they know about their strength or their weakness. It's okay, everybody. Nobody is perfect right now. Nobody is perfect. So to know your own strength and your weakness, why? To show off. To know your own strength. Oh, I'm good at this. Or I'm not good at this. Actually, to know your own strength and your weakness actually is to help you to improve in the later on life. Okay? So we also in the SEL, social emotional learning, actually in our existing curriculum we have it. It's called self-competency, right? The keterampilan diri. Tak ada yang itu. So social awareness means you can make a good decision. For example, in the social emotional learning, we are teaching our children how to taking care of your friends, empathy, taking in the playground what the children need to learn. Taking turns, yes, taking turns is very important. Yeah, taking turns. And also, we also teach the children about relationship skills, responsible decision making. Make a correct decision. Make a correct choice of what they need to do. Okay? So, all these social emotional skills actually is related to a character building. For your information, in a new curriculum in 2016 for preschool and 2027 for our children, if you have child in 2027 going to standard 1, we have a new curriculum for your information, okay? For your information, we have that, and we are emphasized on character development, character building. Yeah? So what kinds of character, as we say, we learn social emotional learning, we learn social emotional skill. What kinds of character actually we can relate to? Apa bentuk anak yang kita nak? Sekiranya kita belajar kemahiran social emotional ni. Tak belajar social emotional ni, dia boleh jadi macam mana? Apa karakter dia? Tadi kita kata apa? Just now we say emotion, right? Kenal emosi sendiri. So if a child who can identify and know their emotion, they can handle their emotion well, that means this child, they are more confidence. Dia tak akan melenting aja bila orang kacau. Okay, when people come and comment, they will listen and accept, or they will listen and they will process and they will do some response, right? This is how they understand their emotion. So how it relates to the character? This is some of the character actually is important for the future curriculum and also for our young generation. You remember last year who were here, we talked about resilience. What is resilience? You remember I used an analogy. We have a kinds of games that we push, it will come back again. Put our own, remember, the bouncing ball, the bouncing back, or the bouncing eggs, we say. When you push, it won't drop, but it will bounce back. Okay? Will bounce back. Okay? That day in the RNET conference, we learned about, I heard about, we are saying bouncing back. But the professor said, no, we don't say bouncing back. We want to have bounce forward. Bouncing back, you will be bouncing back to the same position. But we want a child who been, experienced the failure, but can bouncing forward, not only back. Oh, ni tak bagus, oh, I'm not good. But when people say, oh, this is not correct, this is not good, then they can listen and they can do some analysis and can go forward, do better. That is what we say, resilience. Not a little bit of failures or comment, then they will die. Okay, that is resilience, important in the character development. And all this, you want the child to have a good character in resilience. We need the child to have very strong emotion. Betul tak? Strong emotion means they have a very mature and very strong confidence in themselves and not influenced by people's comment. So they need to have a strong emotion. The second one is persistent. Look at the picture. Means if you want to roll a ball up here, is that easy? Not easy. True, right? You want to gain, we want to achieve something, it's not easy. We might have to face some failure along the way. But if for certain area, for certain part, for a certain journey, you stop your effort, that is not persistent. You need to keep going. We need to teach our children about this. It's very difficult, right? How to teach our children to be persistent in their effort. Do you teach them? Anybody teach in your class, in your school about persistence? Can you share with us? Come.
Usually I would give them like a challenge, something like that, and when they like lose or something, then we will tell them, okay, this is not the end of the challenge. It means that you haven't done good yet, you still need to improve more. So you fail now doesn't mean you will fail forever. So you have to keep on going until you get it. From Damamayang PJ.
Good, very good. This is in education needs to do. It's not every day give them writing, and reading. Sometimes we need to give them some challenge, right? That's why you tomorrow, your school will send your children for the talent carnival, right? The competition. There's once in 2012, we have a conference when the Japanese principal come and share with us, the professor come and share with us. Our people here in Malaysia ask, isn't the competition is not good? Because it will cause stress to our children, they say. Our participant population asked the professor, Nakatsubo from Japan, my supervisor actually. So he said, actually, is competition good for us? In SJKC, and all that, we always compete about what? We compete about what? The lead. We always compete about result. First, A class, streaming, that all are competition. But that is not a good sign of competition or not a good platform competition. But if we have something very special for them to compete, and they know and they keep on learning, that is a good competition. So competition or competitive is not bad actually. If you or if us handle it well and we facilitate or scaffold our children well, it will be good. We fail to do the scaffolding along the way of the competition. That's why resilience, persistence is important. So we say, oh, we don't want certain competition, we don't want to, checking and all that because we don't want our children feel stressed. That is not the things that we talk about, yeah? So the next one is creativity and critical thinking. Okay? So a kid or a child who is social and emotional stable, actually they can be more creative because they feel confidence. It's okay, I cannot do it this way well, but I can think again. When they are strong enough, they know their own strength. The next one is teamwork. I would like to, another one is empathy. Can we play the YouTube? Nak cuma dengar saya cakap kan, kita tengok video je. Maybe some of us have already been seeing this video. So, how we can cultivate social emotional learning? We have friends talk about use some challenge, competition. So let's look at that video. How much time do I have? Technical issue. Okay, we wait for the technical issue. We go on first. Okay. We go back to the slide first.
Across from the Atlantic site of Hiroshima Island in Hiroshima Prefecture.
This is the kindergarten that
164 children are over. The summer break is over and the children's joyful voices have returned.
have you all seen this video before?
Sports
Anybody have?
Teachers from the kindergartens to senior classes, Tayo and Aozora, need to make plans.
知恵を使うのと体を使うっていうのと、みんなと協力するっていう、もっとなんか作る工夫をしてほしい。
It's decided that this year's sports day will feature a ball stacking competition in which children have to share ideas and collaborate to win. There's one key rule going forward. The teachers cannot give directions. All ideas must come from the children.
たちの持っているものが最大限引き出されるにはどうしたらいいかということをそういうことがこちら我々には問われている。
The rules of the competition are explained to the Aozora class.
今年はみんなが作ったものをちょっとずつ重ねてどっちのクラスが高いか。作るものにちょっとルールがあります。みんなが作るものの高さはここまで。
There is no rule about the width of the boxes.
これでももうちょっとほら差があるの分かる。
From now on, teachers let the children's ideas take over.
あ、そうなんよね。高いところ行ったらたまんじゃない。だからダウンタウンメイクはどうしたらいいか。はしごか。
を置きされ、その上にどんどん箱を乗せていきたい。大きい手に並べていく。
The children's ideas are endless.
すごく考えたことを形にしようと努力する子たちがたくさんいるので、それがすごく見えるのが積み木。
That's right. The children in the Aozora class are skilled in arranging blocks, making this year's competition perfect for them. Now what about Tyler? Well, it looks like we have quite a different group here. The entire classroom is usually empty. The children love sports and playing outside. Oh well, this might not be so easy. So the teacher has come up with a plan. First, the class will be divided into 3 groups to stimulate competitiveness. One group creates a box that is exactly the same height as one of the blocks. The other group see this and set to work. The teacher's strategy is a success. They call this their secret weapon. Work is also well underway in the Aozora classroom. The girls had a great idea. Aozora's strategy is set. Pile the boxes by going from bigger to the smaller ones. Now it's time for the first practice match. Both teams are ready to compete. Each team must build 3 towers. The team with the highest combined height for all 3 towers wins. Aozora stick to their game plan, starting with the bigger boxes first. What about timing? The secret weapons used is revealed. It is used to keep the boxes from toppling over. As the whistle sounds to signal the end of the game, a gust of wind blows in. Oh, the children did not take the wind into account in their plans. Tayo's work is almost completely destroyed, while Aozora's work, some of it anyway, still stands. The loss seems to ignite the competitive spirit of the Tayo class. great brain comes up with a great idea.
そういうふうにでも今草野先生のこの背の高さだけえいって入れられるけどみんなだったら入れられるよね。斜めですか？こうやってで斜めにして背の届くところまで入れていってそこまでいったら出ること？ああなるほどね。
One of the groups decides to test out this novel strategy. They start making holes in the boxes.
で今から3分の間にちゃんとできるか？
Oh no, it was a good try, but this doesn't seem to be working. It sounded like a great idea at first. Let's see if Tayo can even the score. It's the second round of practice matches between the Tayo and Aozora classes. As Aozora notices, Tayo have brought bigger boxes to the competition this time. Tayo piled up the bigger boxes as they planned. As for Aozora, their boxes are big, but different sizes. In this round, teachers introduced a special measuring tool they made for the event. Will Tayo try it this time? Each class has one win and one loss. After losing this round, Aozora goes straight back into playing mode. With everyone cooperating, the boxes are stacked up in no time. And just then, a girl comes up with a new idea.
謝罪を作ったらいいって一言言ってくれたんだけど、どんな謝罪を作ったらいいんだろうって私もわからなくて。
The girl's idea sparks a flurry of new ones from her classmates. A plan forms and everyone works together to achieve it. It looks like they're making something interesting. Time to test it out. It seems that we are in for a very interesting match. Children send out shouts of joy and encouragement ring out as sports day gets underway at Kaide Kindergarten. Each and every one of the children shines on this special day. And now it's time for the final showdown. Over the past month, the children have learned a lot. They enjoy making plans together and collaborating toward a common goal. The sting of losing is all the more sharp because they've been challenged to think for themselves. The experience motivates them to challenge themselves. The match is over. The children take 3 minutes to pile up boxes and some towers are almost double the height of any of them. But who is the winner? The judging has begun. It's unbelievable. The difference between the two is a mere 3 centimeters. And what a great competition it was.
Okay, so what do you think? Of course, it's about creativity, but the most importantly, what do you observe from there? teamwork. Other than that, emotion. You see, the teachers won't like pushing them at the beginning. Not everybody take part, right? But teacher understand them, that will get them attention towards the work. This is the sports day in this Kaidet kindergarten. If we have chance, we can go and visit them. The principal have been here, and it was chosen by UNESCO as UNESCO chosen as a model school for kindergartens. They went there and they validated, so they filmed this. So you can see that actually teachers understand their feeling, but they get how to get the children, how to know the students' emotion and all that. They talk about, and the teacher refine. Do teachers get angry when they don't join? No. So we are saying that children's emotion, children's stress actually very much relate to, proportional to the teacher's stress as well. Because this is a sport. If your sports day in the class, in your school, they can't train, they cannot be doing good, they don't listen to my instruction. You got stress, the children will get stressed as well. So to take care of the children's well-being, actually the teachers need to be stable. You need to be open and listen to their idea, right? The next one, what else that actually we can actually learn from that process? Huh? Sorry? Praise them, yeah, praise them and give them questions, ask them to think about. The tarot class, first time they win, right? Second time lose. The third time they keep improving. So do they give up? No. So that is what we are saying, resilience. They find a way to be better. Yeah? They find a way to be better and they can get more and more ideas. Is that all we want for our children in kindergarten? Or we just want them to write or read? Therefore, social emotional skills, social emotional learning is a very big chunk, a very important and critical area in early childhood, where we think that if our children have learned all this, they can socialize, they can do the teamwork, they understand what they need, they can bouncing forward, not bouncing back only, then they can face the future challenge better. Okay? But how do we do that? Just now teacher was telling us, we can do it in the challenge. You see, this is a challenge sports day. Now our sports day, do we do that? We just only ask them to run or pass the, pass ball and all that. Can we be more critical or creative in doing our sports day next time? It is not every year they're doing the same thing, but they have a different idea. You have a chance to visit there. It's in Hiroshima. So it's a kindergarten over there. Interesting. Earlier when I was there studying for 2 years, right? First time I visited there, right, I asked my supervisor, asked my opinion. I said, the teacher never do anything. Because the children is like all over, and then you just stay there and see, and talk to them, play with them. Okay, so I said, teacher not doing their work. I'm from ministry. That time it was 2008. I was just from primary school. I started to learn early childhood in 2007. So when I was there in 2008, I'm using the perspective in primary school or secondary. I was teaching in secondary school. 老师没教书，结果大家觉得结果你感觉不对，就是你默就大家不berkeliaran. At the end, we started to learn. Actually, it's not like that. In the real situation in our classroom, it can be various type of environment we can set up and the mode. Okay, so integrating SEL can be in any condition or any situation or opportunity. First of all, we can set in one daily routine. Second time, we can talk about how do you feel today. We all did that, right? How do you feel today? What do you like? What do you don't like? Why are you happy and not happy? And all this we can do it through the daily routine, outside the classroom, games, challenges, competition, and in academic area as well. Academic area, actually, we have in social emotional learning, we talk about executive functioning. Executive functioning means you are doing the perspective taking turns. Executive functioning, the memory skill and all that is called executive functioning. So you can go further and read about this, yeah? So integrating SEL, I have this YouTube, you can go and see, they have explained more. I think I have very limited time. Okay, we just pass by that, you all can watch. I think later we can share with them the slide, no problem. Okay, so what is the way forward? Why we are emphasizing on social-emotional learning? In the new curriculum, this is the framework. We don't, so far until now we haven't, translated. But the way forward for 2027 National Curriculum Framework, throughout primary school to preschool to high school, we are using this framework. We are talking about insan sejahtera, a well-being human being, a well-being, a balanced and well-balanced human being. Okay, so what do they need to have? They need to have competency, knowledgeable, like I said, knowledgeable. They need to have the skill. They need to have the aptitude. And we are emphasizing the competence. What are those competences? Tanggung jawab is responsibility. When we look at the games just now, do the children learn about responsibility? Yes, everyone have their job, right? Everyone contribute. Communication, do they communicate? Yes, to get a better idea. Pengembangan diri, self-development. Do they learn about how to negotiate with people? Do they learn about to be more stable in the world? Have you all observed that the child when they won the games, they clap their hands? Some they are like so sad, right? What did the friend do? Just pat on the shoulder. Then they try again. That is social-emotional learning. Kemahiran berfikir, thinking skill, various multiple literacy, and also passive digital, that is digitalization, where you are all doing well for the mental learning and all that, of course, but it needs to be appropriate to the age, age appropriateness and lifelong learning. A child with stable emotion, with a good social skill, they will keep on learning from time to time. True or not? Like all of us here, we have teaching in the classroom and teaching in kindergarten 40 tahun lebih. Just now I seen our teacher 40 years old, still in the education area. Why? Not only teaching, but now already become an entrepreneur. That is the process of learning skill. Okay? Lifelong learning. So for me, I think social emotional is very important. If you or if we all of us can cultivate a good social emotional skill among our children, when social emotional stability is nurtured, our child, I give you 2 minutes, think that you can write in English, BM and all that. Then everybody have to submit a paper, right? Can you write down? 如果你的孩子的那个情绪社交情绪的发展很稳定的话，孩子会怎么样？你觉得你的孩子会成为怎么样的孩子？完成句子。Kira anak murid saya kemahiran sosial emosi itu telah menjadi stable atau tidak mantap. Anak kita akan write down. English, I don't need to repeat lah. You can write in English, BM, or Chinese. I can only read these 3. Tamil, I don't know how to read. So you only can write these 3. Okay? Everybody have to write. Can you write in your phone? It's fine. ChatGPT. Tak boleh buat ChatGPT. Can you? What do you think? If your child's social emotional skill is stable, you think what kinds of a child you will produce? We have 2 Kiko, we can pass one mic to anyone over here. What year? Jangan tak what year? Yuan, okay, 来，前面来。Kiko, you choose one. Yes. One more. Guys. Come, 这个 come. 男生来代表 represent from mere teacher. Quick, 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 I don't have time. How much time I have? Okay, come. Share your statement with your friends.
When social emotional stability is developed, our child maybe develop the interpersonal skill. Because interpersonal skill is very important for this child. They can develop themselves. Okay. Well, together the other friends.
Wait.
Facilitator.
Social emotional stability is measured on child. They say that it can be a great child. Is the as what just now you did mention that able to self the emotion is good, well behaved. I believe one day the child might become a leader. Lead. How to say? Problem solving skill. Self-ability, capable, responsibility,
Okay, good, come. Tak ada clap here.
Social emotional stability is mature. Our child maybe will be more confident on the things they do.
Good, good, good. Present. Okay, keep moving. Good, good, that. All right, thank you. Okay, so actually, it's true. When they are more stable in the social and all that, we expect them to have more confidence. They can be a global player, right? They will be a global citizen, not only local citizen, all right? So for me, I think this is a statement. Their spirit, their spirit was. No, we can't expect, we can't predict what are they going to be, but of course their potential will be no bounding. They will have more potential or more opportunity to gain. So, okay, before I end, I will let sure the look at this. What do you think? What is this? Hey, how could you know? How do you know it's penguin? Are you sure it's penguin? Yes, ah. Tell me what made you think it's penguin? The shape. The shape? I should have take a little bit more on the bottom only, yeah? Yeah. Actually, you can see. Actually, I just want to share with you is, this is a reflection. I would like you all, as an educator, we always need to do reflection. Why we reflect? You look at the reflection, you look at the penguin just now, right? Why reflection matter? When you look at the reflection, you will reflect from your history, previous experience, right? What we are doing now, or what previously you have done, we do some reflection because it will give us the root. They will give us a platform to think about. And we will get the insight, yeah? We will get the insight and shape our vision for our children. Apa yang kita telah buat dulu itu, dia merupakan satu asas untuk kita buat refleksi supaya kita boleh nampak ke depan. Okay? Selalu buat refleksi apa yang saya nak untuk anak murid kita. What do we want for our future generation? And from the experience and the mistake, either a good experience, a good one, the best practice you have done, or the mistake I have done, I can make a better planning for the future, make a better evaluation for the best practice for the next step. So I don't say that all of us here never do social emotional development, but of course maybe it's not in depth. But we always, from today onwards, we reflect what we have done. Is that enough to equip our children with all those competence in their future life? Please think about that. I think this will also apply to our top management as well, right? We always do reflection. Top management will think, hey, maybe for this time, this convention, this is not that good. Maybe the next time I will make it into a smaller group or whatever. On the sharing session, that will be also a reflection. So reflection always matter. So the curriculum right now we are having now, we also need to do some reflection, benchmark with people, and we need it to be done better. All right. With this, I thank everybody for their attention.
Thank you, Dr. Siew, for sharing your valuable insights with us today. In recognition of your contribution, we are pleased to invite Siew of the Executive Chairman of SMM Education Group to present a special topic of conversation with Dr. Siew. As we conclude this enlightening session, let us remember the importance of integrating social emotional skills and character development into our educational programs. These elements are essential for nurturing well-rounded, resilient, and successful individuals. Thank you once again, Dr. Siew, and thank you all for your participation. Let's continue to be inspired and motivated as we move forward with our shared mission to optimize child performance and development. Once again, let's give a round of applause and extend our heart and thanks to Dr. Lim and Dr. Siew.